if I just hold this position with rook b4, there's absolutely nothing. So technically we have a draw with Kramnik, I think. There's no doubt. We should go ahead for the win. Now whom do we play, guys? I think we should play somebody stronger. So let's start with let's play Kramnik, guys. Let's play Kramnik. I think we'll oscillate between one weak and one strong opponent. That is a golden opportunity to play Kramnik. Let's test your position and endgame skills. Oh my god. Okay, let's see. Let's test our position and endgame skills, guys. Let's test it out. So we'll play the London, of course, just to keep it solid. Against strong players, we don't really want to test out a lot of opening theory, of course. There is no Vidit bot Krit, unfortunately. So bishop, okay, this was played. And this is not so well regarded, but it's supposed to be okay, I think. Do we capture? I think we capture here. The first capture sets the tone for the rest of the game. Okay, I get your point, Mr. Kramnik. We'll see that pretty soon. So okay, let's play this and try to exchange the knights. I think once the knights are exchanged, the position becomes a bit easier for us, I think, somehow. It's not like it's holdable or anything, but it does become a bit easier, guys, definitely. There's no doubt about it. Let's play f3 and try to open up the position. I just want, okay, he did not capture. I understand why. Let's just play this for now and just castle, guy. We just want to castle. We just, oh, very careful. Be careful, guys. It takes, queen takes, and bishop c6, and I'm lost. So very careful. Okay, I cannot even play this. Did I already blunder or what? Hopefully not. Queen e2, I guess. Queen e2, take queen h4, g3, takes, pawn takes, and queen h4, queen f2. So it holds the game, I think. Okay, now we play f4. I think that is very crucial, blocking that bishop. And if queen h4, then queen f2 we have, so it kind of saves us. Okay, he's trying to exchange everything, but now we can castle, guys. Now we can castle. That looks okay for us, guys. So far my position looks okay somehow. It's not bad at all. I need to exchange this now, I think. I don't want to exchange this because then rook will dance around somehow, but I don't see what else to do. So far it doesn't look so bad, but we still have to be careful. Let's play king h1 maybe. Is it required? It's not required because there is no threat, I think. Let's play c4. Looks risky. See, this is protected. This can be attacked with rook h6, but then we go h3. If queen g3, we can play queen f2. But then yeah, I think rook c1 should be played, guys. We should not play c4 because that pawn might be hanging just. So let's play rook c1, preparing c4, and there is no threat right now. Guys, if we manage to draw or win against Kramnik, that would be just amazing. So let's see if we can manage that. Do we play c5 or do we take? Both moves look interesting. I think we play c5, guys. We just block this. Yeah, looks interesting. We just block this diagonal, and now we at some point play b4 at the correct moment. So now we relocate our rooks and pieces. Queen b5 looks interesting, but maybe just rook a1 first. Or even rook c3 looks interesting. Rook c3 here, this side here. Yeah, rook c3 looks interesting. Let's play rook c3. Now queen b5 maybe. Threatening to trade queens. He, of course, I should not take, and he did not take. Makes a lot of sense. But now we come back, and we play rook b3 next. Rook b3, exactly. Okay, this move makes no sense unless he wants to play g5. So how do we play this, guys? How do we play this? I really want to play b4 as well. Queen g4 is not winning, Harshal. How do we play this? Maybe we should just play h3 and king h2 maybe. Maybe also queen d2 feels like an interesting move. I like this move actually. I like this move, queen d2. Yeah, with the idea of rook b6. Okay, he can play this, but what will this do? I will just play h3, right? I don't know what he's trying to do here. At least I don't understand it. I don't know, man. What is this? Makes no sense to me. I can just play h3 actually. Even rook b6 looks interesting. If he takes queen h5, even g3, man. Yeah, g3 looks very, very convenient here. Just blocking everything. If takes queen e7, we take on a5. And I don't see a problem here. Let's play rook b6. He did not capture. Okay, makes sense. But now we play b4. Do we play b4 actually? Yeah, we should, man. I don't see a problem here. Ah, there is a problem. Because then e2 square will be available. How can I offer a draw? I don't think I can offer a draw here. Control plus W is not an offer draw. I know Rajabov. It's not an offer draw. No, it's not going to happen, Parth. Definitely not. So let's play h3 or g3. Which of these moves is better? I like this rook now. It attacks b7. Until this rook is here, this rook or this queen will have to stay passive. So I really like that. I think h3 should be played, guys. Queen g6, king h2, and I don't see anything happening here. Yeah. Yeah. King h2. Yeah, he can try all sorts of stuff, but I can also try many things now. This rook blocks everything. Guys, I know it sounds a bit absurd, but maybe we are better against Kramnik here. Can we manage this? Maybe, just maybe. We can even play b4 now, guys. Shall we play b4? Shall we play b4? We can actually play a move like rook b1 as well, but b4 looks interesting. No, Rajao, it's not all plus f4. That much I know. Definitely not all plus f4. Yeah, but do we kind of try to win this, or do we try to hold it? Like, it's a very crucial decision. I like b4 here because I mean, I'm trying to capture and open up the queen side when your king is a bit weaker than mine. And if you capture, queen takes, and now your queen is not coming to e2. So b7 is hanging. If you protect, then rook b1. Although I understand he has some play, guys. He has some play because let's say he play b4, he takes, queen e7, protecting b7. And if he play rook f1, then queen h4, and suddenly queen h2, g3 is coming. So I think let's play this rook b1 because it kind of prepares, and it also has queen f2 in the works, just in case if required. Yeah, I like this move better somehow. Rook e6, what? This is insane. Okay, he's trying to defend now, but that is a good sign for us, right? Now we can even go rook g4, guys, back, and try to attack on the king side, actually. I even like that more somehow with this rook here. Okay, we are trying to play with the, yeah, Divya, we're trying to play with the principle of two weaknesses here. And we have one weakness on the queen side and one weakness on the king side. No, definitely not control plus alt plus delete, sort of. Scam me once, shame on me. Shame on you, scam me twice, shame on me. So do we go g4, guys? Do we go g4? Queen h5 is also there. We have to take that into account. We don't want him to play that if possible. I think b4 is good, guys, because it will make all his pieces passive, and then we can decide what to do. Because if he plays queen h5, we can just play queen f2, and there's absolutely nothing in the position for him. Yeah, let's play b4, guys. Now, which rook? I think we should capture with this rook now. Yeah, that looks logical. Exactly, now his pieces are passive, and now we switch to the king side, guys. So that is the idea here. And now we could, of course, triple on the b file, make his pieces even more passive. What shall we do here? Shall we triple? Shall we play rook b3 and queen b2? Make it. I think I just like rook g1, g4 now. I really like that. Yeah, let's play. Shall we play this? Maybe we should play queen here first. If queen h5, queen h5 is irritating, to be honest, but maybe queen e2. Queen e2 also looks interesting to prepare g4. Yeah, even that looks interesting. There is no queen h5 then. And if queen g6, then rook g1. Preparing that. Yeah, queen e2 looks interesting, guys. Queen e2. Yeah. Hi, Samir. Okay, queen f7. Now g4 looks possible. Although I think I should prepare it with rook g1 maybe first. I don't see anything wrong here. Let's play rook g1. Okay, now g4. g4 is the critical test. I think this is the time we should play it. We should not wait. Okay, guys, so now a critical question. Do we exchange queens or do we not exchange queens? If we exchange queens, guys, it's very difficult to imagine that we lose this game. But if we might not win this. So if we try to keep queens on board, we'll have more winning chances. But then we might also lose this. So this is a very crucial moment. Guys, I think we have a draw in hand here. If we want, we can just take with the queen. He has to capture. There's absolutely nothing because queen c8 check is threatened. So he captures. We capture with the pawn, and then we will play g5. We will play f5. King goes to f4. We'll have a slightly better position, but maybe not enough to win, I think. But if we capture with the rook, let's try to see capture with the rook. Queen h5. Yeah, but even that doesn't look great actually, because there is no attack, to be honest. Yeah, I think in fact there might be better chances in the end game somehow, because we cannot get a queen into play somehow here, and his queen will always have this perpetual. Yeah, he will definitely have perpetual. We should exchange queens here. I think that is the practically correct decision to do. He did not exchange queens. He did not exchange queens. He realized that it was worse for him. Okay, amazing. So now what do we do? And the pawn on h3 is very solid. It keeps our king safe. This is weak, but right now his pieces cannot come here. And we are threatening mate on g7, so he cannot move one of his pieces. Queen c8 check is interesting, but it does not do anything. He will just block it. So maybe we should just hold the position here. He will try to play g6 at some point. Once he plays g6, then we go h4, h5, I think. That looks logical to me. He also has rook e6, rook g6, so we have to keep that in mind. But whenever he plays rook g6, we will have queen c8 check, and then suddenly we gain the better position. So let's just play rook g2 and hold the position for now and see what he does. Right now, I don't see a clear move for him. Let's see, guys. Rook e8, okay, makes sense. Just a move to kind of do something, not necessarily an active move. Let's play this. Looks logical. Attacking b7, putting pressure. Yes, exactly. He has finally played this, and now we bring the rook back. Yeah, playing on two sides of the board, guys. It reminds me of some classic examples. Now queen h4 looks like a good move. Preparing. So guys, I want to play queen h4, rook g5, rook e5. Now that would be an interesting move. Yeah, that looks very interesting. Yeah, that looks like a very good maneuver to me. Even just rook g5, placing the rook on g5 alone, it looks very interesting. Also, the queen cannot move now because rook takes g6 would be possible. So do we play rook g5 here, guys? Do we play it? Interesting position, guys. Interesting. Thanks, Daksh. Guys, do like the stream, and if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel, guys. We are so close to 1000 subscribers that it's within like arm's reach. So do subscribe to the channel, guys. It helps us a lot. So now what do we play, guys? I think rook g5 is a bit fast. Maybe what we can do is first we can push this pawn but then our king will also be weak. So I'm not so sure what to do here, but we have a lot of space. So maybe we should just kind of go for h4, h5. But if the h5 will open, then he will also have some chances. So we have to be careful, of course. Yes, exactly, Harshal. If rook e5, he will take. And if we take, then we open up the f file. Exactly. You understood the problem I'm facing. But maybe there is a way to do this. If we can play, for example, rook g5, then we play king g2, queen g3, and then rook e5. If he takes, f takes, we have all squares under control. So in that case, it would not be bad. But the problem is that it takes up too much time to do all of this, and maybe we won't have that much time. For example, if rook g5 now, just queen f6. And maybe we have queen g3 then. But then if h6, rook e5, takes, and queen f1, and the queen enters. So suddenly it's not so clear again. We have to be careful here. Very careful. So rook g5, queen f6, queen g3, h6 here, takes, and this pawn takes. In that case, queen e7. Yeah, it doesn't feel like there's anything actually, to be honest. Yeah, because c5 pawn will fall. Yes. So I think we should just kind of play solid here. We should go h4, h5 maybe first. I think that would be a better way to do things. Let's just play a normal move here, guys, and see what he does. Oh, he's trying to capture my pawn. Interesting development of events here. He's trying to put some pressure, but we can also do the same. We are not afraid here. We can play this, takes. That is winning for us. So let's play this. He came back. Now we play h4, guys. I think h4 looks interesting. h5. Okay, very interesting move, guys. Very interesting move. We should keep control of this diagonal, guys. This is very crucial. So let's play queen h3, and yeah, let's play queen h3. And now what do we do, guys? Now what do we do? We can even play a5 actually here, but that looks very double-edged. Yeah, but I just saw a5. Yeah, okay. Our thinking was similar. I just saw a5, but that is very double-edged. If I lose that pawn, then suddenly black is better. So I'm not sure if I want to risk it. Also, there is this idea of rook f2 and then sacrificing a pawn with f5 when he takes, and then rook here, but then he has f4. So maybe there's not enough time. If I could transpose the rook to g5, that would be amazing. And then play f5. But the problem is that he will attack this pawn. For example, rook here, simply rook here. And suddenly there's not enough time to do anything. Because my king is also weak, guys. That is the problem here. My king is also weak. I understand rook b7 wins the queen, guys, but the problem है कि he's not going to capture it immediately. He might just play rook b8. Like for example, a5, rook b8, and then suddenly this pawn is hanging, and this is not hanging at all. So that, and then I have to defend the pawn with rook a4 or rook a2. I don't want that. I could first play rook b6 maybe. He cannot capture this pawn, and then a5 and then a6. That feels possible because rook b6 is risk free. I can come back always. So that feels like a move I can play. Yeah, rook b6 is possible, I think. So if he captures a4, we capture on b7. And if he plays rook b8, we can always come back. So that is not a problem. Yes, this feels more logical. Queen g7. Where is this queen going, guys? Okay, so what he wants is a5, rook takes a5, rook takes b7, and rook f7. I think that is what he wants. at least. But in that case, maybe we have queen c8. And because my king is a bit safer, so suddenly his position looks more risky to me. Check, king g3, rook a3, takes, and rook b7. Yeah, I think we can go ahead with a5 now, guys. Can we go ahead with a5? Looks very interesting. Queen e6, I can see, but somehow I'm not sure what it does. It looks good, but what it is doing actually, I'm not so sure, to be honest. Like, it's not doing anything, to be honest. If he plays rook f5, in fact, okay, it's not a good move, but in general, the queen can become blocked. I'm not sure what the queen is doing on e6. I like a5 here, to be honest. But what is the idea of a5 actually? I want to capture c6, I guess. Maybe that is the idea. Yeah, let's play a5, guys. Guys, I think if I want to draw, I have it right now. I can take the draw, because if I just hold this position with rook b4, there's absolutely nothing. So technically, we have a draw with Kramnik, I think. There's no doubt. We should go ahead for the win. We can always find moments to draw. Let's go ahead with the win, guys. Let's play for the win. Let's not worry too much. Now we should play a6, I think. Takes, and this was the idea technically. And we play rook b6. So rook b7, I was thinking queen c8, guys, and that was the move. I think that should be the move. Queen c8. Is there any move for him, guys? Is there any move after queen c8? Queen c8, queen c8. Guys, do like the stream, and if you're here for the first time, do subscribe to the channel. We are coming up with content every day. We've had 3 streams yesterday. We have had 2 streams today. We'll definitely get to learn a lot. So now what do we play, guys? Queen c8. Do we play queen c8, guys? Queen c8 feels like a good move. So if he plays rook c7, we can capture on a6, or we can just play queen e6 then, threatening this. So that looks pretty good. And if he captures, we capture with the pawn. And that also looks very good to me. Let's play queen c8, guys. Yeah, I thought this would happen. So if we capture this, queen d7 will come. And suddenly I think black is better, or at least equal. So we need to not do that. So we need to play queen e6 here, I think. Threatening to capture this. I think that is the move. Is there any other move, guys? I don't see it, I think. Queen e6 has to be played, guys. Queen e6 has to be played. Yeah. He's pushing his pawn. Okay, so we have to be careful here, guys. Even black has his pawn. I am ready 2245, Pratik. Yeah, definitely. It looks like I am winning this pawn, but this pawn will run. So we need to understand if that is serious for us. See, if we capture rook takes, queen takes, we just stop the pawn immediately. That looks good for us. And if he plays a4, we capture, queen takes, and we capture on d5. So that is too many pawns. And he plays a3, then we play something like queen c4. We push these pawns, and it still looks good for us. We also have the option of simply playing this, guys. That also looks very tempting to me. Just to capture this pawn first. But that might lead to a draw again. That again is a problem. Because if we play rook a6 and he tries to exchange queens, then again it might lead to a draw, guys. That is the problem here. Yeah, that would just be a draw. Let's go for the win, guys. We'll see what happens. If we lose, but we should go for the win. He's trying hard. Definitely he's trying hard. He cannot enter the position right now, luckily. Guys, what Kramnik wants is queen f5, queen g4. So, Divya, this is equal. I'm not a pawn down actually, and I don't know if this is winning, to be honest. I think this might just be a draw because he has this queen g4 idea, and he might secure a draw with that. I am not a GM, Pratik. I am a national master. Yes, yes, Master Blaster. I'm an NM. Yeah, Pranali, I know. I have to prevent him from going to the light squares. But the problem is that he also has his own pawn. So that is the problem here. One move I see is queen c8, but then a4, c6, a3, queen d7. I don't know what he will play. Maybe he'll just capture, takes a2, d8, a1, and suddenly my king is in a perpetual. That will end in a draw, guys. That will end in a draw. And if I play, for example, queen c8, a4, c6, a3, queen d7, and he plays king g7, I takes c7, a2, c8, a1 queen, and it's again a draw because my king is stuck, guys. That is the problem. So both of these variations end in draws. But if he gets to f5, then it's anyway a draw, guys. There's absolutely no doubt it's a draw. So I think it might just end in a draw. Even queen b7 makes no difference for Nali, I think. For example, queen c8, a4, here, a3, queen b7, takes, a2, b8 queen, a1 queen. And suddenly there is no difference. Sort of perpetual means when one side basically continuously gives checks to take a draw. For example, here black will always have a perpetual because of this. I mean, I cannot avoid these checks. In fact, if black had one extra move, he would be winning. Okay, he's not winning in this position, but in that ending, he will be winning. Pratik, I don't give personal coaching as such because it takes up too much of my time. But we do have courses you can check out on our website, chessassist.com, which I have prepared along with Parnali. We both are 20 to 40, 50 rated. So you can check those courses out. They are very reasonable. You can check them out. Padmesh, okay. Uh, this is not my best for sure, but can we win this, guys? Can we win this? Is there any way? Because the problem is I cannot prevent the queen from coming here. I was even thinking of this pawn sacrifice with f5, but of course it's not going to work. Just queen takes. Yeah, this feels like a draw, guys. Unfortunately. My queen is blocking my own pawn. If I could play c6 here, I would be winning. And there is no other way to control this square. I can try to run away with the king, but can I try to run away with the king actually? It doesn't look that bad, to be honest. Maybe I can. Can I run away? But no, it shouldn't work. They would always be perpetual, I think, because queen g4 check, king here, queen g2 check, king c. They will always be perpetual, I think. But it does look interesting, to be honest. Divya, yeah, but I know the draw is in hand, so we should always check if we have a win, because then we'll regret taking the draw. Pratik, GM is the highest, then FM, then IM, then NM. Krit, of course, everybody would love to make their own bot, but it's not going to happen as of now. We are not that high rated, neither popular, so it will take some time. I think we should have to take the draw, guys, because moving the king here feels too artificial to me, and it should not work. It just should not work. Let's just play queen c8 and see. So queen b7 or queen d7? I think queen d7 looks better, maybe. Do we have something else? Hmm. For example, we could technically play a move like queen a6, queen f5, queen takes a3 or c7, whatever. Then queen g4 check, king f2, queen f3 check, king e1. If we have captured on a3, then queen e3 is not possible. Let's try to see it, guys. So queen a6, let's see. Maybe queen c7. If queen c7, then queen b7, we can obviously, that would be pretty much the same. So let's see. Queen a6, queen f5, queen a3. So we protect this pawn. Now queen g4 check, king f2, queen h4 check, king e2, queen h2 check, king d1, queen g1 check, king c2, queen f2 check, king b1. And this is a perpetual, guys. It will be a perpetual, I think. Yeah, it will be a draw. So I think we have to draw this, guys. Let's play queen d7. If he plays a2, we capture the queen for free. If he captures a2, we queen first. We'll take the draw. And if he plays king g7, we capture the queen, king takes, c7, a2, c8, a1 queen, and we again take the draw. So either way, it's a draw, guys. Yeah, Prateek. He does not have to take. He can play king g7, I know. But then we'll capture, king takes, and we push c7. So regardless, we queen first. So he does not have a single check. I think we should just take the draw here, I think. Yeah, we should just play queen d7, guys. Let's take the draw. Queen d7, king g7, takes, c7. Yeah. You can have my queen. She is no longer necessary. Oh my god. Such cold behavior from Kramnik. So guys, you see, technically I can capture this pawn. But because of this, I think black is just has a draw in hand always. Always. At least a draw, let's say. Yeah, guys, let's take the draw, I think. You dare to check Vlad? Oh my god, I dare to check Vladimir Kramnik. That is going to come up many times. Okay, draw against Kramnik, guys. That was not so bad. Kushal, if you want a deep endgame book, go for Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual. That is literally the comprehensive work ever done. You will not need anything else after that. That is the only thing. Yeah, exactly. That's what Pranali said. That's the only book you ever need for endgames. So you can definitely check that one out. That is just an amazing book. Yeah, Parmesh, I should do it myself because anyway, he has it and I don't want to give him the idea of queen f3 check. So that is just equal. Draw is accepted with the position I had. Shall we play again? No, I think we should play with somebody else now, guys. I think somebody else. We played a nice game this time. Shall we analyze this game, guys? I think we should analyze this quickly. I don't know if you can see the analysis. Maybe you can. Yeah, Master Blaster, you dare to check Vlad. Exactly. Let's see. Okay, so there was no mistakes. Queen c8 was a mistake. Okay. Guys, queen e6 is winning. I'll show you how. I was winning actually. In this position. So in this position, I played queen c8 and queen e6 was winning. Ooh, queen e6 is winning, guys. Because I anyway played queen. I was worried about this. f5, okay. He sacrificed the... Okay. This makes a lot more sense, guys. I was worried about losing this pawn, but I have queen c7. Oh, I was winning. Yeah, Pernali, queen e6 was winning on the spot. Okay. But there is no other mistake in the game, guys. Absolutely zero mistakes. That's amazing. We did not make any mistakes in the game. This should show you. I think you can see there is absolutely no mistake. Wow, I should put this as a separate video maybe. Draw against Kramnik. Okay. I think the title should be How I Missed My Win Against Kramnik. I think that should be the title.